Nobody expected the calf to do this. The bullies were astonished. The Levitsky family farm has 2 cows, 1 bull, 8 pigs and rabbits, but then they have one more genius. One of the 2 cows gave birth. The calf is very cute, he has big round eyes, the color of melted chocolate, and he looks at the new world with curiosity and interest. The family was planning to sell him when he was a little older. Soon after, the family dog ran into the barn. They found Charlie on the street near their home. He's just a tiny puppy. Nostya begs her parents to let her up and he would freeze to do at DH if he stayed on the street. He has grown into a big dog, infinitely loyalty to his family. The cheerful and curious girl was immediately interested in the new version of the farm. Seeing the calf, he sniffed the newcomer, trying to get to know him a little better. His first steps are very careful in uncertainty, but the further he goes, the more confident he becomes. His legs are getting stronger and he's happily running around the field, playing with Nostya and Charlie. The trio spent all their days together. When the girl just sat down, the calf immediately appeared next to her, settled down and put his head in her lap, so Charlie could run over and sit with them. Then they can just sit there, eat mom's delicious cakes, apples and other things. When the parents decided on the exact date of sale of the calf, Nostya was very upset. She cried and begged her mother to change her mind and withdraw from the market, but the woman was adamant. On the day of the sale, Nostya was not herself, just thinking that Bonsai would be taken away and that she would never see him again. The dog joined Nostya and started howling. He raised his head. Everyone was very confused. They didn't know what to do. The girl cried, the dog was howling, and the calf was looking at them with sad eyes, as if it was about to cry too. Buyers discussed that they could never forgive themselves if they took the calf out, because the eyes of the 3 friends will follow them everywhere. The mother feels very uncomfortable in this situation. She repeatedly apologized and asked the buyer to understand this was not intentional, but the buyers turned out to be honest and kind people, so they just said goodbye and left. The calf remained on the farm. They had fun together all day, while the girl's parents just looked at them and smiled. They almost made a mistake and took away the wonderful feeling of true friendship and almost made her lose faith in people, considering a little further than she normally would, so she and her pets went to a river. Charlie was busy catching nimble grasshoppers and chasing butterflies. Bonsai lay down on the grass and dozed off, and the girl was weaving a wreath of daisies and cornflowers and watched the clouds run fast in the sky. The perfect day is interrupted by the sound of a group of boys approaching. They messed up and made jokes along the way, seeing the helpless girl. They were happy to see her as an object of entertainment. They took her straw hat and started throwing it at each other, forcing the girl to run between them. It was fun for the boys, but Nastya could barely hold back her tears because her mother gave her this hat and she really loves it. It didn't stop the boys, and they started making derogatory nicknames for the girl, but they could not have known that the loyal dog had rushed to help the girls and that Bonsai had awoken and stood up from the thick grass, tilting his head angrily. The calf was big enough and he began to push the offenders with his powerful head. It was a very unpleasant experience for the boys. Charlie grabbed the boy's pants. The boy did not expect the girl to have so many supporters and quickly ran away from the scene. The dogs chased them away with loud barking. Back home, Nastya told her parents what had happened. They are worried but at the same time happy that their daughter has such loyal and devoted friends.